All right. Hello. I'm Cooper Blumenfeld. I'm here with my partners Mason Ober, Thomas Rodriguez. So today we'll be talking about the powers in government. So I personally will be talking about the checks and balances.
I'll be talking about limited government.
I'll be talking about separation of power.
All right. Let's get to our interviews.
Hi guys, it's me Thomas. So I'll be talking about separation of power, which is divesting or separating the executive, legislative, and judicial branches into their own category. So the powers won't get mixed up, and there won't be like I'm better than you, or you're you know how it is. Not to really explain, but my hair. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be talking about. I'm President Thomas here again to report. We're talking about separation of power. I'm here with who?
Michael Barnes.
All right, Michael. Do you know what separation of power is by chance?
Absolutely, I do.
Can you tell me what it is?
Separation of power is basically splitting the power between three different branches to make sure that the government doesn't have too much control over one branch or too much control in one area. And they're split between the executive, legislative, and judicial branch.
That's pretty much that's exactly what it is. You know the articles about it. The articles.
I know that I don't know exactly what they say, but I know that the articles state that one government can't have too much power, or else the country would be ruined.
All right, yeah, yeah. Michael Barnes here. To tell you what separation of power is, because I'm too lazy to tell you.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
All right. So essentially, checks and balances is each branch checking each other, right? So in simplicity, it's just one preventing the other from having more power. So an example of this would be like judicial review, where the judicial branch checks like legislative branches and make sure that they're constitutional, and if they're not, they can basically get rid of the law. And that's basically one of the simple explanations of an example of our checks and balances. All right, so I'm Cooper Blumenfeld, and today we're here with Lucky Concharla. So we're doing a little interview right now.
Okay.
How much do you know about checks and balances?
So I know they're in place to keep the government in check, keep the legislative and executive branches in check. Yeah, that's all I know.
Like, do you have any can you use an example of them, or like any?
Not really. I'd be forgetting a lot of stuff.
Like, you can't even think of one thing about checks and balances.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest.
All right. So this is why we're doing this experiment. We are trying to educate people about the U.S. government. And he is a prime example of the average person today.
So limited government is the other side of the coin of popular sovereignty, which is the government has less power than what it used to, and more power goes to the people. So basically, we can't have another monarchy. The government is weaker and not as powerful as it was once before.
My name is Mason Ober, and we are here to interview Anthony Parker Johnson. Hello, Anthony Parker Johnson.
Hello, Mason Ober.
So, what do you know about limited government?
I know that limited government is a way to protect the people from the government having absolute power.
Do you know why they decided to make limited government a rule?
I believe they decided to make this a rule because back in the day, back in the old English days, the medieval days, if you will, the king was stealing their property, treating them unfairly.
Yeah,
So
basically.
they established the Magna Carta, which
Well,
was the first example of limited government.
Yeah, I mean, not really, but I mean, I respect the try, the attempt.
That is just
I
true
respect the attempt.
information.
All right. So some people know about history and some people don't. That's why we're here to teach people and educate them on what to do.
So today, guys, we learned about 3 ways how our government functions. We had separation of power, checks and balances, and limited government. As you saw in the interviews, people explain what they are. We explain what they are. So it gives you a good gist on what we're talking about. When I talk about about random stuff now. So hope you liked the video. Have a nice day, and President Thomas signing out here. U.S. President Thomas signing out here. So it's Cooper and Mason. Thank you to the production team, executive team, and of course, thank you, Mr. Elsner. So yeah.